Invece, fa una paminola.
Quando l'hai mosso?
Hello, Fabian, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
I
we are
can.
having problems with our guest from Lama Balicha. Probably she will be able to connect with us later during the day. So we will start with our presentation and then the Lama Balicha later the day as soon as she will be able to connect with us. Okay, is it a
Okay.
problem? I don't
No.
think so.
No.
Okay. So, are we all here?
I think most of them, yes.
I can't see Portugal and Romania.
I heard the voice of Agota, but maybe they are together with one on a computer. No, Portugal isn't already arrived.
So shall we wait or shall we start? I'm sending a message to the group.
It's what you want to do. Let's wait 2 minutes and then
Okay.
stop. Yes, Agota arrived.
Okay, Agata is there. She can hear us. Okay. Maybe Ruth. Ruth, are you there?
Campomayor is there now.
Okay, Campomayor. Ah, here you are. Hello.
Olha, já tenho aqui Mônica Varga, é isto? Isto aqui ignora ou não? Ignora. Pronto, foi agora na legitiminha.
So I think we can start. Fabian, can we start?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay.
I think so. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Hello. I want my students to say hello to you.
Ninguém nos. Ai, meu Deus, aquela câmera. Vamos já tirar o som.
So, now Dina will present Lama Balice to you. She will start the presentation. We will have a connection with the Lama directly. The lady is not ready yet, so maybe we will connect with the Lama later during the day as soon as she will be able to connect with us, okay? So we will start with the presentation. Okay, we can start.
We chose to adopt Masseria Caggiano, a farm which is located in a strategic position along the Lama Balice Regional Park. The students decided to underline the correlation between rural architectures and landscape. This sustainable relationship that men have established with nature has provided them with a self-sufficiency for centuries. Our activities about Masseria Caggiano and its environment will begin with a presentation and a video by our students. So I'll share with you my screen and I'll show what they prepared. Ho condiviso lo schermo, dici?
There is a place. It is an extraordinary place, but little known and experienced by the citizens who pass through it without noticing. It's the Lama Balice Regional Park, which is emblematic of the millennial relationship between man and the environment. For millennia, the Lame have been a privileged place for human settlement, for reasons of historical, logistical, and climatic expediency. The cave dwelling during the early Middle Ages was a need for defense from the invasions of Goths, Lombards, Byzantines. The territory of the park is rich in other traces of man's intervention. Dry stone architectures, 19th century bridges, and masseria. The Masseria Caggiano is the largest of those overlooking Lama Balice. It is a fortified farm tower whose first settlement dates back to 1400 and has elements of defense such as storm drains, sentry box, trapdoors, and an underground passage to allow escape in case of raids. After the 18th century, various families succeeded Caggianone, and around 1836, Giacinto commissioned the addition of rooms intended for stable, storage, and servants' units, and planted experimental tree crops in the surrounding land. After his death, the house underwent a progressive and inexorable decay. Bottom of the Lame, agricultural pastoralism were practiced thanks to a humid microclimate favored by the good exposure to the sun of the ridges, rich in water and protected from strong winds. The richness of the wild vegetation, the cultivation of the bed and the grace use of the Lama is reflected in the traditional local kitchen, in typical dishes that are intangible heritage, a living tradition transmitted by our ancestors. Dishes based on vegetables, chicory, turnips, legumes, meat, and offal of sheep or lamb. These same ingredients are now part of Paris Nouvelle Cuisine.
Oh.
No, giusto. Il collegamento.
No, non è collegato.
Okay, Italy has finished by now. We will have the connection with the Lama later. So I think that Fabienne can go on. Fabienne, it's up to you.
Okay, I try to give you our presentation.
Sorry?
I'm preparing everything. 1 second.
Yes, okay. We can wait, of course.
One second, yeah.
If it weren't for the COVID pandemic, you would have come over to Belgium last year. We then would have visited some of Belgium's greatest tourist attractions. For example, if it weren't for the COVID pandemic, you would have come over to Belgium last year. We then would have visited some of Belgium's greatest tourist attractions. For example, our capital Brussels, or an old mine that is completely renovated and now serves as a theme park. One of the other trips would have been to the Gasthuis Museum, right across our school. We might not be able to show you the museum in person, but we still tried our best to do so, and settled to do the tour ourselves and film it, so you guys can follow along.
Begrijpen welk onderdeel dat de hoeven is van het volledige complex. Hè? Ja. Dus jullie hebben misschien al wel wat gehoord over de geschiedenis van het complex, maar dit is het oude gasthuis van Geel. En een gasthuis, de naam zegt het zelf, hè? Gasthuis. Daar werden vooral arme zieken ontvangen. Dus het was niet zo dat hier een ziekenhuis was voor iedereen. De goede mensen die vonden zelf wel een deskundige. Dus hier werden arme gastvrij opgevangen. Ziekenhuis, maar ook een klooster, want het waren de gasthuiszusters die dat gasthuis in beheer hadden. En hoe hadden ze dat in beheer? Zo goedkoop mogelijk. Daar kwam het eigenlijk op neer. Dus ze moesten zoveel als mogelijk in hun eigen behoeften voorzien. Dus wat betekende dat? Dat ze een boerderij moesten hebben. Want destijds had je gronden hier overal in Geel, waar dat zij wel lekenpersoneel voor in dienst hadden, maar ze hadden hier op deze plaats ook een erf. Dus nu is dat een heel mooi, wij vinden dat toch een heel mooie ruimte. Maar je moet je dat vroeger voorstellen, ik weet niet of jullie de afbeeldingen al gezien hebben, echt als een boerenerf. Dus hier liepen kippen rond, daar stond een lindenboom waar dat ze zelf thee van trokken. En hier, dit waren de stallen. Wel belangrijk om te zeggen is dat er vooral paarden stonden, veel varkens die daar geslacht werden. Er stonden ook koeien, maar dat waren melkkoeien. Koeien die slachten ze niet. En dan het geheel van het complex, dat was nog de schuur, waarin het graan werd opgeslagen. Ja, voilà. En dan is er later nog een ambachtenstuk bijgekomen, waarin dat onder andere een slachterij en een wasserij was. En dat is misschien wel een leuk weetje. Dat ziet er denk ik toch wel een groot gasthuis uit. Eigenlijk was het niet zo'n rijk gasthuis. Want de slachterij en de wasserij, dus waar de was werd gedaan, dat was ook de plaats waar dat er geslacht werd. Waarom? Er werd niet voortdurend geslacht, dat was in bepaalde periodes. Dus dat was zonde om daar een volledige ruimte voor op te bouwen. Voilà, dat is heel beknopt een beetje uitleg over de site. Dan stel ik voor dat we eens binnen gaan kijken. Ik weet niet wat jullie verwachtingen zijn van te zien. Hebben jullie het nog gezien als...
Ik heb het als brasserie kennen.
Ja, als brasserie.
Ja,
Ja,
dat heb ik wel gezien.
Zo gaan de meesten het kennen. Hè? Het is volledig gestript, maar er is nog geen renovatiewerk gebeurd. Dus,
ja.
Voilà, we zullen eens gaan kijken. Hè?
Ja.
En vraag maar, hè.
Ja.
Houten vloer. de oorspronkelijke staat zoals zij het in concessie hadden gegeven om het in die staat terug op te leveren. Dat is niet volledig de oorspronkelijke staat van het gebouw, maar toch min of meer. Wat hebben wij gedaan? Voorlopig nog niet veel. We hebben gezorgd dat alles stofvrij is, hè, want veel stof op de balken zorgt voor mogelijkheid tot schimmel, zeker nu dat het leeg staat. Hè, dus dat hebben wij gedaan. En we hebben voorlopig al een ophangsysteem gehangen, zodat als we een go krijgen dat er terug grote expos kunnen doorgaan, dat we dat hier ook doen. Maar de bedoeling is ook al dat we hier groepen gaan ontvangen. En onder andere ook klassen, dat we daar bijvoorbeeld workshops in kunnen doen. Maar als jullie andere ideeën hebben, zijn die ook altijd welkom, hè?
Waarom is de brasserie eigenlijk dichtgegaan?
Ja, dus dat was een concessie vanuit de gasthuiszusters. Dus wat betekent dat? Zij zijn eigenaar van het gebouw, niet de stad. Dus zij moesten ook alles praktisch daar rond regelen. En dat bleek toch wel veel te worden. Ze zijn momenteel nog met 7, allemaal op leeftijd. Ze hebben wel 1 iemand die daar hun administratie beheert. Maar zo'n concessie zorgt toch ook wel voor heel wat praktische regelingen. En dat was te veel. Dan hebben ze wel als voorwaarde gesteld om het naar de stad te laten gaan, dat het in het beheer van het museum zou komen. En waarom is dat? Omdat de zusters moet ook het verleden teruggrijpen. Zij hebben zelf het museum opgericht. Dus het ligt hen echt heel nauw aan het hart. En wij hadden hier eigenlijk geen polyvalente ruimte. In de kelder deden wij soms eens een workshop, maar dat was het. Hè. En ook expos, ja, dat is altijd tussen de vaste opstelling. Dus voor ons is het wel heel welkom. Het is wel gek in deze coronaperiode nu natuurlijk dat we niet goed zijn kunnen starten. Maar we gebruiken het al, hè, als opslagplaats.
Ja, het is echt mooi met die houten balken.
Ja, het
Echt heel mooi.
Ja, en de vloer, ja, daar gaan we ook niks aan doen.
Nee.
Het is niet meer de originele vloer. Eigenlijk kunnen we zelfs wel even bekijken ook. Dat je zo'n bakstenen rode boomse tegel noemen ze dat.
Ja.
Maar dit is dan degene die dat er het meest op lijkt, maar die gaan we niet verwijderen, omdat het meestal doen.
Ja, dat is mooi.
Jawel, zeker. En vooral er is een rechtstreekse doorgang naar het museum. Dus dat maakt het wel interessant.
Die dingen zijn nog authentiek.
Ja, absoluut. Ja. Wat dan niet authentiek is, is hier de kakkel in het midden.
Ja.
Maar daar hebben we dan van gezegd, die hoeft niet weg. Omdat je dan met een gat in het dak zit en je direct aan die restauratie moet beginnen. Terwijl die kosten die zijn wel gebudgeteerd binnen de stad, want er moet gerestaureerd worden, maar daarom niet dit jaar.
Ja.
Misschien ook wel leuk voor jullie om te weten, zo'n gebouwencomplex, een beschermcomplex, wordt om de 3 jaar volledig geïnspecteerd. Het wordt gedaan door Monumentenwacht, die zijn daarin gespecialiseerd en dan krijgt de stad een heel verslag met de aandachtskunde.
Ja.
En dit gebouw was in goede staat. Je zou het misschien niet verwachten, maar de basis was oké.
Zijn hier binnen, buiten dat nog zaken die authentiek zijn?
Goh, dan gaat het vooral naar het gebinte, hè?
Ja.
Dat is het belangrijkste hier. Het gebinte wel is gebleven zoals. Dus hier komt op termijn een mobiel toortje, zodat wij toch eens een opening van een receptie kunnen doen. Wat je hier ziet staan is misschien ook wel leuk.
Oh, ja.
Dat is een originele drukpers, maar van Mombangen en Echte. Ik weet niet of jullie dat iets zegt, ja. Maar dat was een Geelse pater, die dat toch wel belangrijk is geweest in...
Heel materiaal uit China.
Heel veel. Hè? Hij heeft eigenlijk het christendom proberen te introduceren in China. En daardoor heb je best wel, dat zijn nu grappig, ze zijn veel waard, hè? Ja. Maar dat is wel gek, hè? Dat is zo een Jezus met een Chinees uiterlijk. Hè? Ja. Maar ja, dat is ook zoiets. Het museum heeft in feite, is dat niet haar kerncollectie. Hè? Want haar kerncollectie is de collectie van de gasthuiszusters en dat zit binnen een collectie. Maar we hebben geen stadsmuseum in Geel. Dus als er zoiets vrijkomt, waar moet dat naartoe? Wij hebben hier depots, maar die staan vol. Ja. Dus daar zijn we ook nog wel over aan het nadenken. Hè? Hoe gaan we die houden? Ja. Gaan we daar toch een stukje... Dat zijn de ideeën van de kruisen. Pas en dit naar Gergo. Er zijn er al een deel gerestaureerd, maar een deel niet. Eens naar boven gaan. Dan vraag je misschien ook wat van dat dit is. En dan gebruiken wij, ja. Ook hier. Dan gebruiken wij heel veel verantwoordelijkheid te herpakken.
Dat is wel mooi.
Ja, het is toch wel wat goed, hè? Terwijl de strade gaat ook vervangen worden, maar het voornaamste gaat de dagstructuur.
En die balken, dat is ook echt allemaal zo...
Ja, het is een authentiek.
Amai. Chic.
Dat is de idee. Dat is hier het idee.
Amai.
Dat geldt eigenlijk voor heel de site, hè. Die was in heel goede staat. Heel goede staat, ze is wel in verval geraakt. Maar de basisstructuren die waren zeker nog oké. Alle dakstructuren die van de schuur ook, die waren nog goed, dus die hebben ze allemaal kunnen behouden. Er staat een alarm op, maar ik had het vermoeden dat wij hier wel eens gingen passeren. Dus staat af. Kom binnen. Zijn jullie al eens in de zee geweest? Ja? Je mocht dus nog eens later terugkomen.
The Saint Dimpna Ommegang, originally a religious procession to commemorate the Holy Dimpna, has a long history. In 1900, the first parade was held to commemorate the 1300 years of Dimpna in a grand way. In 1925, an historic parade was held again, and in that year it was decided to organize it again every 25 years. The procession takes on a strongly religious character. During the Jubilee celebrations of 1950, one speaks for the first time of an Ommegang, and from 1951 onwards, a shortened version of the Ommegang originated as a Saint Dimpna procession, even passed through twice a year. However, society is changing, and religion is given a more modest place in society. The biennial processions are abolished from 1968. The year 1975 is another milestone in the history of Saint Dimpna Ommegang. From now on, the The procession focuses on the legend of Saint Timpana, the history of Geel, and of the people declared mad being cared for by host families, while the religious aspects fades away into the background. This edition was such a great success that in 1976 the Saint Timpana Committee was founded, and it decided that the Ommegang should become a 5-year tradition. In subsequent editions, the Ommegang is further developed into a mega event with a growing focus on costumes, choreography, and musical accompaniment. In 2005, these Dimpana Days were officially founded. They include all activities that are organized in that Dimpana year in honor of the patron saint of Geel. The Ommegang is transformed into an historic procession where even the Bishop of Antwerp takes part in. For the first time, a total spectacle is organized that evokes the legend of Saint Dimpna and the history of Geel, Geelamania. The Dimpna Days will be continued in 2010 and 2015 and will become the largest community-built project in the city of Geel.
Het project kost maar geld heeft. Dus hier zit je de authentieke vloer. Dat werd ook de rode zaal genoemd. Omdat dat de enige van de 3 ziekenzalen is die zo volledig in die boomse tegel is bekleed. Dus je moet je dat voorstellen dat hier allemaal ziekenhuizen. Dus je start eigenlijk met een kleine ziekenzaal waar er maar 7 mensen in konden. Maar dat was voldoende, heel veel kleiner. En net dat heel begon uit te breiden en net dat ze ook door begonnen te hebben van sommige ziektes zijn besmettelijk, wisten ze helemaal niet. Hè. Is er een tweede ziekenzaal bijgekomen en dan was er dringend nood aan een derde ziekenzaal omdat de bevolking gewoon groeit. Dat ze ook graag mannen en vrouwen apart wilden leggen. Ja, ja, ja. In het begin was dat die een warm bed hadden, dat was het thuis vaak niet. En vooral, wat het belangrijkste, dat ze goed eten kregen. Dus goed eten, je eten daar misschien, maar pap, voedsel om aan te sterken. En dat je hier tegen de kapel, dat was nog een heel groot geloof. Dan had je geestheiligen, waarvan dat zit dit maar eentje in. Maar het is dus niet zo dat hier alleen maar geesteszieke patiënten liggen. Daarvoor heeft het gasthuis een aparte vleugel gebouwd. En, dat is misschien wel een leuk detail, die gasthuiszusters die waren best wel ondernemend. Ook weer zo vanuit dat opzicht van wij zijn een onderneming, wij moeten zelfvoorzienend zijn. Hebben de gasthuiszusters ervoor gekozen om daar niet de arme patiënten, geesteszieke patiënten in huis te halen, maar net de goede jonge dames. Waarom? Die wilden wel graag verbonden zijn aan een religieuze instelling. En bij sommigen die waren ze er kwijt om rijk, hè. Het zij door toch echt een geestelijke ziekte. Het zij dat er iets gebeurd was, hè, dat ze ongepland zwanger was geworden bijvoorbeeld. Dan noemen ze de commensalenvleugel. Dat komt van het Latijn cum mensa me aan tafel. Dus die kregen nee. En voor de rest was daar niet heel veel begeleiding, hè. Dus dat is veel later gevonden. Zijn er nog vragen? Willen jullie nog iets graag zien? In het museum of in het depot nog ergens waar je eens wilt gaan kijken?
Ja, maar al wel. Ik heb niet gewoon verschillende delen zijn nog.
Wat we zouden kunnen doen, want jullie hebben ook niet zo heel veel tijd, denk ik, hè?
Nee. We hebben nog 10 minuten.
Ja, dus we hebben 2 opties. Of we gaan nog naar de kapel, waar je de eerste ziekenzaal ziet en een schilderij en een maquette van hoe het er vroeger uitzag. Dat kun je zien. Of we doen gewoon nog een tour waarin je het niet heel uitleg geeft, maar waarin dat je ziet, hoort dat ook allemaal bij het museum. De depots bijvoorbeeld.
Kiezen jullie maar.
Ja, dan laat je het van alles laten. Ja, dat is alles op die.
Gaan we de ronde? Ja. Ja? Oké. Dan wel. Oh nee. Zodat de mis kon gevolgd worden, hè? Muziek dat je ook was. Is dat echt gehoord? Verguld. Een nachtje. Dat is in de nevenbovenste opname is dat altijd veranderd. Dus dat is niet het allerbeste. Ja. Kennen jullie de vergadering van Erasmus? Oh ja. Dat is een brokstuk van haar sarcofaag. Amai. Dus het mooie aan de legende is dat wij noemen dat tastbare elementen. Dus dat er ook effectief voorwerpen zijn teruggevonden die ongeveer uit die periode dateren. Zo is er een steen met haar naam op. Zo is er kleine brokstukken van de sarcofaag. Die dan trouwens ook als reliek aanschouwd worden. Hè? En daarom zitten er eigenlijk, want dit is één het grootste, maar de resterende brokstukken die zitten echt nog in de Sint-Pieter-Kerk, omdat die ook nog een functie heeft als bedevaartskerk. Er komen nog altijd bedevaartskerk. 15 mei, heel tof, komt er een groepje bedevaarders uit Melden bij Aals. En dat is ook een klein Sint-Pieter-Kerk en dat leeft ook nog altijd. We zullen zo naar de gaan. Dat gaan ze wel een keer zien zo. Dus nu zit je echt in de back-office van het museum, om het zo te zeggen. Hè? Hier zijn onze depots, die zijn overal verspreid. Is dat perfect? Nee, want hier zijn veel te hoge temperatuurschommelingen. Dat is altijd slecht. Voor eender welk museaal object is dat slecht. Maar het is wat het is, hè? En we koesteren het gebouw ook. Wat is hier nog een belangrijk aandachtspunt? De bovenste laag, dus de zolderlaag, waar wij nu naartoe gaan. Daar zijn onze depots, maar de tussenlaag, dat zijn allemaal appartementen. Hier wonen dus mensen in individuele verhuur. Maar dat ook best nog een impact heeft op uw werking. Risico's, brand, waterschade, noem maar op. Hè. Dus dat zijn wel dingen dat wij goed moeten monitoren. Dus er zit wel meer achter dan dat op het eerste zicht lijkt. Hoe hebben wij verdeeld? Waar mogelijk per categorie. Hier bijvoorbeeld ligt alle textiel. Dat is niet toevallig. Dat is omdat dat een kamer is die daar goed valt af te sluiten. En waar dat de temperatuur redelijk stabiel is. Hè? Want bij textiel, dat is toch heel fragiel, moeten we opletten dat we geen mot krijgen. Dat er niet te veel lichtinval is. Boven gaat je zien, er staat heel veel, maar ook dat is redelijk doordacht. Daar staat hout. Waarom? Deze zolder warmt vrij hard op in de zomer, koelt af in de winter, maar hout kan daar wel tegen die schommeling, zolang dat er geen te hoge pieken zijn. Wat gaat je zien? Je gaat spullen zien die in iets wit zijn verpakt. Dat is tieback. Dat is wat de mensen ook dragen als ze gaan opereren. Waarom? Dat is ademend. Heel belangrijk, want als je gaat afdekken met plastic, gaat je microklimaat creëren en krijg je schimmels. Houtworm, noem maar op. Wat gaat je nog zien? Alle objecten hebben een nummer. We hebben ongeveer 10.000 objecten in de collectie. Die nummer verwijst naar een inventaris waarin dat je alle info over het object vindt. Dus zo werkt een museum. Volg maar. Amai. Ja, dat is dus de achterkant van het museum. Hè. Dus ook hier zie je weer het originele gedeelte. Maar zie je ook hoe dat wij moeten puzzelen om alles geplaatst te krijgen. Hè. Wij proberen wel geregeld om zaken uit de reserve, want dan noemen we de reserve of depot, toch ook eens in de tentoonstellingen aan bod te laten komen. Dit zijn nog aparte ruimtes. Waarom? Omdat we hier nog iets beter het klimaat kunnen controleren. Dus hier hangen de schilderijen. Ja, we proberen gewoon de ruimte zo goed als mogelijk te benutten.
So this was the end of our presentation.
Okay.
I think it's now time for Italy again.
Yes, thank you, Fabienne. We are with our connection with the Lama Balice.
Our connection with the Lama Balice now.
Yeah, the connection is with Dottoressa Alessandra Pepe, that is a naturalist, worker member of the cooperative Tracce Verdi, which operates in the park. The title of her presentation is Get to Know the Lama Balice Urban Park.
Okay, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good morning. My organization is a Tracce Verdi Social Cooperative. Social cooperative in Italy is a social enterprise that has two kinds of mission, two kinds of purpose. The first one is social because we work with people with special needs, people with disabilities, people that have social and economical difficulties, so they come from marginal and fragility situation of life. And both our mission is also environmental because we work in this park and you feel maybe the wind noise actually. So I hope my voice you can hear my voice well. Okay, so the second mission is environmental because we organize and manage activity of sustainable activity and outdoor activity. So we promote environmental education in this natural park that involve two municipalities, Bari and Bitonto. We are in the south of Italy, in Apulia. And now at the moment, I turn my webcam. Okay, okay. I am in the butterfly garden. This is a garden, is a classroom, an outdoor classroom, where we set these boxes with the host plants. These plants are typical and important for butterfly life. In fact, you can see a white butterfly. This is the name is Cavolaya. In Italian, is very similar to cabbage, to green and white cabbage. And this butterfly use these plants to eat. In particular, they suck the nectar from the flower. This is a lavender, or maybe we can see the Artemisia or absinthe plant. And they also leave their eggs on the leaf of these plants. And after the caterpillar, so the i bruchi in Italian, the caterpillars, they eat the leaves and then prepare themselves for the metamorphosis to butterfly. Okay, this garden was built about 6 years ago with a project that let us give us the opportunity to build different outdoor room to permit the environmental education for people with disabilities, but also people, minor teenagers that come from the school. And okay. And in particular, I would like to show you the llama Balice. Okay, I'm walking through this valley. So the term llama has not a traduction in other languages because is a geological form typical of our territory of South Italy. So a llama is a sort of erosive form that is formed by fossil stream, by a sort of river in the past. The llama was originated about 11,000 years ago. And in particular, we can see the typical vegetation, typical flora, the typical asset of flora and plant species, typical of our territory. In particular, you can you can see the Ströland, so the Mediterranean spot is like oaks, different kind of evergreen oaks. In particular, we have Kermes oak and Olm oaks, and then we can you can find the difference with a specific particularity. Then we see the different tree. And at the bottom of this llama, you can see the reeds, two different kind of reeds. The first one is the spot, the green spot you can see at the center of the imaging. That is the common reeds. And the low one that is the green at the right and the left of the central spot, are the low reeds called marsh reeds. So in Italian, la canna comune at the center of the imagine, and the right and the left, the cannuccia di palude, Arundo donax, the scientific name of the common reeds at the center, and Phragmites australis, it is also a protected species at the left and the right of the spot, the green spot at the center of the imaging. These two kind of reeds show us that at the bottom of the valley of the Lama, there is the water, because reeds grow with the presence of the water at the deep of the soil. Actually, there is no more there is water anymore. There is not the river, the stream, the fossil stream that originated this erosive incision, this lama, this valley. But you can understand that this kind of valley must be always free, without building, without different kind of obstacles, because if one day the rain, it's very there are a big amount of rain. There were a lot of floods. It can be the possibility that the flood must to arrive to the sea, because this valley link the internal territory of Apulia with the sea, with the coast. We are very near to the airport, so you can see a plan. You can hear a plan probably. So at my left, there is the building of the city. So at the left we have Bari, and at the left we arrive to the sea. While at my right we arrive to the internal Apulia, to internal Apulia, with the high hill of Alta Murgia. Alta Murgia is a calcareous hill, where there is also a natural park, a national natural park. Lama Balice is a protected area at regional level, where the institution is caused for two reasons. The first one is an ecological reason, because the valley links the sea with the internal part of the Apulian. So plants and animals can distribute, and it is an ecological importance very significant of our territory, because this park is strictly in contact with the city, so with the citizen, with the tourist and visitor, and also is strictly linked with the problem linked with the people, with the presence of human. And the second reason is hydrological importance, because of the rain, the water has the opportunity to pass from the internal to the sea. So it's very important to not to build at the bottom of the Lama. And in particular, it's very important not create obstacles like waste, for example, like cabbage. But this is a problem for our territory, because a lot of citizens, unfortunately, discards their waste at the bottom of the Lama. We found also toxic waste like Ethernet, for example, and so we try to move from the point of view political with our administration and with our municipality to avoid and to limit this kind of problem. So the park was instituted in 2007, and our cooperative works since about 10 years here. And this is the headquarters of the park Lama Balice. Lama so means valley, but Balice means valley too, because come from the Latin baligium, that means valley. Okay. So I show you the first outdoor classroom, the garden of butterflies, and I'm walking through Villa Framarino. That is a masseria. Masseria is not it's a typical term of a Puglia architecture, and is like a house, a home with a stall. So we can see now walking this masseria that was built by was built about in 1600 and was both by the Lord Framarino. So the name comes from the owner of this villa. The Villa Framarino is built with the typical rocks present in our territory. We can imagine that billions of years ago, about 1,000 of millions of years ago, the Puglia was a beach. I don't know if you know the Bahamas. Okay, you can imagine the Puglia territory as the Bahamas. Okay, and the Bahamas, the beach of Bahamas is are living a lot of calcareous animals, so animals with the shell, so a lot of kind of shell, and in particular when the animals die, their shell deposit at the bottom of the beach, and during the years, during the billion of years, this kind of deposition creating a calcareous rocks like this. You can see a lot of shells and footprint of animals. For example, this. Okay, I'm trying to look my. Okay, so this kind of rock, this kind of limestone rocks, calcareous or carbonatic rocks, these are the principal materials with which the masserie in Puglia are built. So this is Villa Framarino. You can imagine now at the moment Villa Framarino is a center of environmental education. In the past, where the Lord Framarino lived here, the first floor was used as a bedroom and rooms of the lords, and the low floor were used as a stall and room of the worker, of the farmer that work here. Okay, now I'm moving through a second outdoor room. That is our garden. The garden that is carried by our people with disabilities that with which we work in different projects. So we write projects that are with the region, with different social enterprises, and we collaborate with other social cooperative and association. And during this project, people with psychic disabilities have built this garden. So you can see here a bench with zucchini and with the onions. Okay, we realized that this bench that is a typical synergistic garden. Maybe someone of you that come from France maybe will know Emilia Azelip, that is come from French, and she found a synergistic garden school in France where people can study the synergistic relationship between the plants. So we cultivate zucchini with onions because they exchange properties and they help each other and grow better because they are in the same branch. I don't know if you know. Tomato. It is demonstrated that if tomatoes grown with basil, they are more tested. Okay, despite tomato that lives and grown alone. Okay, we are cultivating lettuce, salad, and okay, I see that that our strawberries plants are died. I don't know why. Yesterday I was here and the strawberry plants were good, but at the moment I see this act. I don't know why. Unfortunately, these are the risk to work in a territory where the collaboration between third sector worker as us or social enterprises, social cooperative is not very linked. So we often have this kind of negative action. Okay, I would like to show you other spontaneous flowers like this. This is a scabiosa plants or sixalis plants. One moment. No, is this okay, this one. This is scabiosa or sixalis, the name of this plant. And it is a spontaneous plant that is host or nurturing plant of butterflies. So where the days are sunny and not windy as today.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, there are a lot of butterflies. Okay, so I show you another vision, a second vision of the llama. Okay, you can see also the second architecture typical of Puglia are the dry stone wall, muretti a secco in Italian. They are very important from the point of view ecological because between the stone lives a lot of organisms, little reptiles, insects, scorpio, and so on, arachnids. So they are very important from the point of view ecological. And they mark the property of the different lord. So they have this kind of function. So before I speak about, I talk about the oak. This is a Kermes oak with the teethed margin of the leaves. And it is a typical oak of our territory. Its name is Quercus spinosa or Quercus coccifera in Latin, and is an evergreen oak. That means that it leaves the air leaves during all the time during the year. So there is not the loss of the leaves only during the winter, but the evergreen plants leaves the air leaves during all the time, during all the season. I show you these plants. This name is verbascum, and maybe now I will smile you because these plants, the name, the vulgar name of this plant is the toilet paper of the pastor, of the shepherd, because their leaves are very soft. So in the past, where there are not the toilet in the farm, its leaves were used as a toilet paper. Okay. Okay. Finally, so I show you the llama. You can see a lot of butterfly now here. I don't know if you succeed in seeing them. Okay, here there is other. So the name of this plant is verbasco, tasso verbasco in Italian, verbascum tapsus in Latin, and in English I found Möllen as name. Okay, so I show you another time the bottom of the llama. So the green spot are the canna comune, so the common reeds, and at the right and the left there are the low one, the Phragmites australis, the marsh reeds. Okay, this is the city, and from the right one we can arrive to Ruvo di Puglia, that is the city where Lama Balice originated. So, okay. I don't know if you have some curiosity, some question, if you understand everything, however the winds and whether it's the first time for me.
Okay. Alessandra, thank you very much indeed for your very interesting presentation, and really we enjoyed it, and we hope our friends will visit our city and discover the beauty of this wonderful place And we are a little bit out of time, so we have to close the presentation. But really, thank you very much indeed. And
Well, thank you, Alessandra. It was very, very interesting. Thank you very much for your contribution from the Lama. Thank you. You made us discover a wonderful place. Thank you very much. Bye
Okay.
bye. Thank you, Alessandra.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
So the next country is France, right? Are you ready? France, are you there? Can you listen to us?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Okay. Hello. Yes. Now. Fine. Hi.
Okay, we start with a video.
Okay, we're waiting for your video. Chi deve andare in bagno va?
On est là.
C'est là où vous allez lire un mot.
Vous êtes prêts?
Qui commence?
Qui commence? Oui.
Collegial Saint Martin de Montmorency. Introduction. The Collegiate Church of Saint Martin de Montmorency is a 16th century flamboyant Gothic church located in Valdoise, in the Île-de-France region. Built on a rock and preceded by a terrace, it overlooks the Montmorency Valley. Remarkable for its architectural uniqueness, with a sobriety and harmony corresponding to its primary role as the burial place of the House of Montmorency. The Collegiate Church is especially renowned for its exceptional series of 14 Renaissance stained glass windows, which stand out even nationally. Since 1631, a year before the execution of the last constable, Henry II of Montmorency, it has also served as a parish church and has focused on this unique role after the French Revolution.
when 1124, when 1124, Mathieu first of Montmorency condemned the priory of Grande-Nanterre near the Château de la Chasse and the collegiate church of Saint-Martin in Montmorency. He wanted to have a collegiate church which in the castle itself, but the family of will have the same approach, such as the Beaumont family in Luzarches a century later.
The interest is to have a place of worship nearby, which he can choose the order, and to have a last room of the deceased of the family. The construction must begin quickly because the first cannon were already appointed in 1132, which indicated that the work is sufficiently advanced to be able to celebrate office.
The construction of the current collegiate church began in the 1515 under Guillaume de Montmorency, according to an ambitious plan in the flamboyant Gothic style. 16 years later, this incomplete building is sufficient for the need initially. The new lord and Montmorency decided to resume construction of the collegiate church. He is absolutely keen to ensure continuity of style with the church, while the flamboyant style has already passed for several years and is equal. Castle is in the process of being completed in a Renaissance style at its peak.
The Saint-Martin Collegiate Church contains 4 pieces of furniture and 10 glazed roofs, classified as historical monument, with the building title with the church from 1840.
C'est pratique. Et une feuille? Hein? Une feuille? Une voix, oui.
Mais ils ne comprennent pas ce qu'on dit. Ils ne comprennent pas ce qu'on dit.
On voit pourquoi il ne veut pas.
Laurent, can you hear us?
Yes, we
can.
can.
You hear me? Okay. Are you sharing something?
Yes, we're trying to share a video from the internet, yet it's not coming. It doesn't matter, I'll try later, but we have a count. Okay?
We can, okay, shall we wait? Okay, now we can see.
Now, it doesn't matter. We have K out.
Sorry?
If you can, we have 4 contestants, 1 per country.
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. Do you need some more time for your presentation?
Can you see the link? Can you see the link?
I can't see the link. I don't know if Fabienne can see the link. I don't know.
Oh, we have a PIN number for the count.
There's a count to do. Okay.
Yes. So it's 4 contestants. 4 contestants, 1 from Portugal, 1 from Italy, from Belgium, and Romania. Okay?
Okay, so we will play Kahoot, 1 person for each country, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then we'll have the results.
Peut-être que je me mette sur un ordi pour. Tu peux me mettre sur un ordi sur lequel pour voir les résultats. Comment? Moi j'ai trop bien vu. C'est ça, je sais trop bien. Ça me quelques mots que j'ai.
Ça, c'est les questions.
Désolé pour mon absence. Non, c'est pas que j'avais oublié que j'étais à ce moment-là.
Je comprends pas pourquoi la vidéo n'est pas passée.
La vidéo n'est pas.
La deuxième vidéo n'est pas passée. Pour la première question, ça c'est facile, mais la deuxième, je ne sais pas.
Oui, alors pour eux,
c'est difficile. En fait, moi, c'est la deuxième, je ne sais pas pourquoi on fait ça.
C'est quoi la fonction première d'une église?
Ah! Toi, tu le savoir,
c'est pas les mêmes.
Après, la question.
Des phrases sur les résultats, je me suis dit. Ma troisième question, quand on a bien écouté les métiers.
C'est pas la question.
Pour la troisième. L'église. Elle est surtout connue, l'église en question. Elle est surtout connue pourquoi?
Il y avait des questions
pour sa vue, pour ses vitraux du XIVe siècle, ses vitraux du.
Alors, c'est les 14 vitraux ou les 13 vitraux.
Oui, la série 14 vitraux, oui, de la Renaissance, oui.
Voilà.
Ah, je cherche le lien.
Elle cherche la première question.
Je cherche le lien.
Ah bon? Comme la première question, parce qu'il y a marqué Valdo.
Comment on reconnaître D'ici Son, c'est le fils de Son. De d'ici.
Oui.
Le fils décédé.
Dans le 13e.
Parce que dans le 13e vitraux, il y a Anne de Montmorency qui est le connétable et ses 5 fils. Et un des fils porte un casque de l'armée de l'époque. Et la question, c'est pourquoi est-ce qu'on a 5 fils et donc un qui porte un casque? En fait, tout simplement, c'est parce qu'il est mort. Mais il voulait quand même le représenter sur le...
Il ne voit pas la page. Ah oui, la page n'est pas partagée. C'est ça?
Ah, pardon. Merde, quand même, je croyais qu'il l'avait pris. Ou le pin.
C'est ce que je leur ai mis, mais on ne voit pas la page.
You either have the link or the pin. En fait, je comprends pourquoi la vidéo passe pas.
Vous pouvez dire
Là, on va voir celui qui participe. C'est quoi?
Dans partage d'écran, là, non?
Oui, et ils nous voient. Ils nous voient pas.
Ah, ils nous entendent tellement, mais ils ne voient pas.
Mais ils voient pas les liens?
Le 23. Cassation, on peut parler
Ils ont pas la
santé, ils comprennent pas.
Ah, c'est que par le film, ils n'ont pas la possibilité de copier le lien.
Ah bah tant pis. Tant pis. En même temps, aussi, on a un moment ancien.
Parce qu'ils ont une version payante, c'est pas la même chose.
Ah, monsieur, on a un moment ancien quand même.
Ah, c'est pas les versions simples que nous, enfin.
Nous, on a une version simple, on en paye. Et eux, ils ont une version payante. Je pouvais avoir un max. T'as compris?
Ah, ils ont fait? Oui, t'as compris?
10 participants.
Ouais, c'est limité.
C'est ça.
Et donc,
la première version compte.
Non, c'est ça.
Et ben là, hier, il m'a mis maximum 10 participants.
Ah ouais.
Ils ont changé le.
Ah ouais. Pourtant, moi, j'avais fait la petite check pour en faire un.
T'as vu la première?
Hein?
Et ça marchait. Moi, j'ai déjà fait, la voiture facile.
C'est bête.
C'est pas ils savaient pas ce que je suis en train de dire là.
Laurent, I
Yes.
think the game is over.
Okay.
Yeah, the game is over. I think they have finished playing the Kahoot.
Okay. We have only 3 players.
Only 3 participants.
Who is David?
Și dacă știu crezera,
So, we're going to give you the answers.
Okay.
Where is Montmorency situated? What is the answer?
But what was the question?
Where is Montmorency situated?
Okay. Give the answer.
The answer was. Antonella, you're the one to be able to speak.
Where is Montmorency situated is the question, right?
Yes.
Do you want the answer from me? Paris.
Are you the only one able to speak?
No, my pupil can speak. Okay, so Noemi, switch on the microphone, please. Okay, do you want the answer from my pupil?
Yes, better?
I don't think she knows.
Okay. So the answer was.
Maybe you can ask the one who answered right in the right way.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the first role? What was the first role of the church?
The role of the church. Noemi knows that. Il ruolo della chiesa, very respond.
A burial place, right? What is it mainly known for?
Don't know.
Nobody knows?
If anyone knows, can intervene.
Didn't listen carefully. It's series 014 Renaissance stained glass. So, how can we recognize this is on in the 13th window? Nobody knows? So, none of these good answers. The last one. And the last one, what can we clearly see from our school?
The golden angel.
The golden angel, right? So as the last video is not working, we might have to try, but otherwise it's going to be the end of our presentation.
So tell me, shall we go on?
No, we cannot. So, otherwise you could maybe copy the link if you want to see the video of the church, yet with Teams on, we cannot show it.
Okay, so you can share the link if you want. Okay, so we can have a look at the presentation.
At the video
would
later.
you like to have? Okay, would you like to have a break now? 10 minutes break before the last two countries.
We have been waiting here at the synagogue for more than half an hour, so if we could proceed with our intervention, it would be nice.
To start. Okay, fine. Okay, so Romania, it's up to you.
Și unde o găsesc pe Moni? Stai că trebuie să găsesc pe Moni. Stai că trebuie să găsesc pe Moni. Unde?
I'm here.
Caută un MV. Și cum dau eu? MV. Stai, lasă-mă pe mine.
I got to look for my face. I'm here.
Nu știu aici cum e. Cum?
Agota.
Ai oprit boxa? Nu mai opri boxa.
Nu opri că nu se vede monitor.
Hello, Sabrina.
Okay, I'm here and I'm waiting.
I'm trying to share my screen.
Okay.
And to show what Monica is doing there. Nu pune, dar eu nu. Apare. Nu? Atunci eu, dacă cum arătă? Cine se pricepe? Cine se pricepe aici? Haideți, vă rog, repede, că trebuie să dau share.
Agota, hallasz? Nici nu mă aude. Voi auziți ceva acum? Okay. I'm waiting for Agota to share the screen. Can anyone hear me or everyone? Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Good. Hello. We are here at the Satumare Synagogue, and I will try to. No. Okay. So here is the Synagogue of Satumare. It's a very beautiful building, and one of our students will tell you the story all about it and what is to be known about it. For me, it's a very important building, and it's a very important thing that we adopted the synagogue because my grandmother was Jewish. So for me, it's a personal thing. So Joanna will tell you more about the building and its history, and I will walk you through the synagogue inside. This is the big one, and then there's a little one, the small synagogue. As you can see, the sun is shining and everybody's happy because we don't have to wear the masks outside anymore. So we will start, and I let Ioana do the talkings. Oare se aude dacă...
So the Jews first appeared in Satu Mare towards the early 18th century. They distilled brandy and leaf taverns on Crown estates. In 1715, their influx decreased, and Jews who had arrived earlier were expelled, allowed to come into town just for fairs. Jews did not begin to resettle until the 1820s. Jews' arrivals accelerated in the 1850s. By 1910, the Jewish population had grown to 7,194, which is 20.6% of the total population, respectively. By 1941, there were 12,960 Jews. In Satu Mare, 24.9% of the total number of residents. Jews played a significant role in the development of the food industry, especially in distilling, until Satu Mare became a commercial center only for its own country. A great influx of immigrants in the 1870s shattered the unity of the Jewish community. In 1897, after the death of Chief Rabbi Benjamin Parks Mirelbaum, who had founded the community and held it together since 1849, the community split up. As a result, the opposition split off from the Orthodox community and founded a status quo, neither Orthodox or Neolog community. The first
Okay, just 1 second. You cannot see my screen. I am walking around the synagogue. Can you see the screen?
Now, yes. Now, yes. Till a moment ago, no. Now again, we can see. Okay, now we can see.
Okay, Agata, are you share? If Agata can share my screen, I think maybe Fabian can put my camera. Can you pin my camera on the screen and share it, because I'm from my phone, so I don't know. Okay, now I think you can see what I'm sharing, right?
Yes.
Fabienne? Maybe it would be a good idea if you shared my screen, because maybe Agata has some problems there, as I can see. Can you share my screen? Okay.
I'm trying.
Okay, now I think that you can see.
We see now, I think, your...
I don't know.
But it's coming and going. So I think it's a problem of connection of you.
Well, we are inside the synagogue, but...
to spotlight you?
Okay. Is it working, or?
I see it on my computer, but I don't see it on the other screen. So that's strange.
Can the others see, or could you tell me if you can?
We can see now.
Okay, yeah.
Yes?
But it's coming and going. It's 1 second okay, and then it isn't.
It might be because the walls of the synagogue are very thick, but I will go outside and I will continue. So I won't stay inside too much. Even though upstairs there is a museum of the Jewish people and of their belongings.
We can see quite well now.
Okay, because I'm next to the entrance. Okay, so here is the main synagogue, the big one. As you can see, it needs restoration. And Joanna will continue a little bit with the reading of
the first Hebrew language kindergarten was opened in 1911. From 1866, the Orthodox community ran an elementary school. Later, they founded a yeshiva, a women's society, and a Bikur Cholim, calling for the ill society. In 1927, the Orthodox built a hospital. The status quo community synagogue was built in 1904. They later established an elementary school and a vocational school. In the 1920s, the town had 2 Jewish elementary schools and an apprentice school. In 1940, laws dramatically restricting the economic activities, civil rights of Jews were implemented by the new administrative authorities. On 26 April 1944, a ghetto was set up in a section of the town. About 18,000 Jews were forced into this area from Satu Mare and the surrounding villages. They were transported to Auschwitz between 19 May and June 1st. After the war, only a handful of surviving Jews returned to Satu Mare, which was once again part of Romania, but their numbers had grown to 7,500 by 1947. Included were Jews who had moved there from different parts of Romania.
Okay, and I interrupt a little bit, Joanna, because here is the small synagogue, because in winter time, the big one is quite cold. So as you can see, the members of the Jewish community gather around each Saturday for a mass, as you could call it like that. And here is the small room. And here you can see an illustration of how men tie their ritual things. And here is another part, another synagogue, the small one. It was currently opened and restored. And you can see it as it is here.
Aici a fost ală pentru copii, aici au învățat din cărțile de Tora, aici au învățat să scrie copiii.
So here was a room for children, and here is the place where they learned how to read the Torah and how to write in Hebrew. Ioana, continue.
Okay, so the inside decoration of the synagogue is in Moorish and succession styles with oriental geometric patterns and with stylish floral motifs. The ensemble of the synagogue was included on the list of historical monuments from Satu Mare County from 2015, having the classification code SM2NB05207 and being formed by 2 objectives, synagogue and the house of prayer. A memorial to the 18,000 Jews from around Satu Mare murdered in the Holocaust stands between the 2 remaining synagogues.
We are going outside to show you the memorial. We are getting outside for the memorial. Înăuntru. Okay, so we are approaching the memorial here, and it's here. In the Jewish tradition, I don't know if you know it, but people don't bring flowers to the death. They just bring one stone, and as you can see it here, it's full of stones. And here is a memorial of the names of those without graves, and there are lots of names. Fortunately, my grandmother is not here, written here, because she succeeded to survive the Holocaust. But as you can see, there are plenty of names here, and many of which are just written Abraham 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and so on, because they are family names. Okay, Jana?
So, the last two synagogues still exist, still resist time, but they are in continuous degradation and they need investment. Apart from time and effort, any financial support would give them the chance to remain part of our heritage, culture, and history. Besides important religious ceremonies, the synagogue houses concerts, exhibitions, and many other cultural events. The Satumare Synagogue, or Decibel Street Synagogue, was built in the Moorish style in 1892 and officially opened on 14th March 1893. It has a tripartite facade with the prayer house and the temple besides the facade. It replaces the synagogue built in 1885, which proved to be too small for the Hebrew community of that time. It has 800 seats with the balcony where women sit separately. The synagogue keeps all the features of an Orthodox synagogue. On its main wall, there is a wooden chest which contains the Torah. It is behind the curtain called the paroshet. The pillars and the walls on both sides of the paroshet tables listing the 10 commandments which God gave to Moses on Mount Sinai after the Jewish escaped from Egypt. The bima.
Now we are going upstairs. We are going upstairs to the part where the synagogue has the balcony, and here there's a museum of the Jewish community. Here you can see the synagogue on a picture. And here is the museum of the Jewish community of Satumar. So as Jona was talking about, here was the part where the women used to sit before the Second World War, because the Satumare Jewish community was a big one. And now this part is quite useless because the whole community can fit in the small room that I showed you before. And so this is a part of a museum. You can see a few paintings. Here are some things that remained after or were donated by the Jewish members of the community. As you can see, some pictures from Israel. And here is the big synagogue on a picture. There is the wall. And here again, a few pictures and a few belongings. And here is the Torah. All these things were donated. Pages of history in a few square meters. And
Rabinul Teitelbaum.
Teitelbaum Rabbi. Ashara, the first rabbi of Satu Mare. You can see him here. And here is a traditional Jewish table made for two with a traditional wine. It's a very tasty one. If you come and visit, I will I will let you only those that are up above 18, of course. I will let you taste it. Here is a traditional costume. I mean, how men used to wear and wear nowadays in Israel too. There are no people which use this type of clothes in Satu Mare anymore. And here are a few old books and the Torah, as you can see. So this is the part of the museum. So this was our presentation of the synagogue. I will show you only from upstairs how you can see the whole synagogue, and this is the big one. The one that, so as you can see, it's huge. It's very, very big, and it shows that the Jewish community of Satu Mare was a big and a powerful one. But unfortunately, after the Second World War, very few members of the community remained in Satu Mare. Many died in the Second World War, and many went to Israel. Câți membri sunt acum? It looks like the community has 200 members today. So this is from us. Thank you very much.
Fabienne, please let us permission, give us permission to present a short film about the synagogue.
Agota,
okay.
What is the problem?
So this is the synagogue in Bristol with the synagogue in pictures and our students' contribution to the monument's adoption. So please have fun while watching it.
Okay.
I try to just a second. De unde poresc sunetul? Sound.
Maar ik heb daar heel sterk snel lessen die afleiding door doorgekomen. Dus ik kan zien dat daarmee relatief houden.
continuo.
La testa delle vostre
Thank you very much. That was it from us.
Thank you, Agatha. Okay. So it's the turn of Portugal.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Rute. Sì, una alla volta, sì.
Hello,
Hello, Rute.
how are you?
We're fine. You?
Always fine. Wonderful
Great.
presentations. Hey,
Yes.
I have here Felipe and Katerina. we will
Hello.
present you our presentation. And Fatima.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Fatima.
How are you?
Fine.
Okay, so as the teacher already said, I'm Felipe, and I was supposed to go to Belgium.
And I'm Katarina, and I went to Bari.
So now we're going to show you a video of our visit to the castle of Camp Mayor. Our castle has been on renovations for some years now, and it's close to the public.
Although it's close to opening its doors again, we managed to visit it before it happened. It was a wonderful experience. Let's watch it. Let's watch the video now.
Okay, I will share the video now, okay? I would like to share, but I can't. I'm not allowed. Can you please allow me to share?
Fabienne?
Okay, I can share it now.
Okay.
Não aparece aqui o som hoje.
Nossa, tem noção que você vai Não, é que eu estou fazendo aula individual e fica mais 15 minutos.
Wait a second, because I'm not, I can't share the sound of the film, and if you don't listen.
You first have to click for sound and then you can start your video.
No, but it doesn't appear that button. No?
It's at the left, normally.
Wait. Mas aqui não aparece.
If you click on share my presentation and then you go under the pictures of the participants.
É aqui, olha, é aqui, de partilha, mas aqui devia de aparecer, estás a ver? I think we aren't able, you will tell me, because I think you aren't able to listen. Are you watching? No.
No.
You are not.
No.
No, you are not. Wait a second. Ora, como é que a gente resolve isto?
Ruth, try again. Start again. Share my presentation.
Não, mas é que o problema... Wait a second.
Mas tentar só gravar esse
Não,
separador.
aqui só está este. Sorry, I think I will have to send you the video.
Ruth?
Yes?
Ruth, I think that the problem is that you don't use the app, but that you use Teams in the browser.
Yes.
You use the app, Teams?
No. I'm using in the browser, but I can't enter. If you give me a second, I will leave the meeting and I will enter again, okay?
Yeah.
Sì, è l'ultima. Vabbè, un paio alla volta escono i ragazzi, diciamo così. Oh Gesù.
Vocês entraram por onde? Okay, now we are in. Are you listening?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now you have to give me permission to present.
Yes, I'm searching your name in the long list.
And now I think I can.
Okay.
Sorry for all this delay.
Professora,
Podes falar inglês comigo?
não tem o vídeo aberto.
But I don't see you in the list of the presentators. So,
Okay. As Ruth Parente.
One second. Okay, now I make presentation.
Now I can. I can now. Are you watching? Can you see it?
We see
Yes,
Yes?
we can see your screen.
Wait a second, please. Wait. One more second, please.
Yes.
Now, here. Yes, now.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Located in Hart, south of the village, the castle of Cammayor offers the visitor a privileged perspective of the village and surrounding landscape. The castle of Cammayor, of eventual Islamic foundation, will have been rebuilt in the reign of Dom Dinis, having remained practically unchanged until the 15th and 16th centuries. By this time, during the reign of Dom João II and Dom Manuel, the castle underwent major alterations as a result of expansion and remodeling work. The castle has enjoyed three essential moments from a historical point of view: Middle Ages, the conquest of the territory by Leonian troops in the 13th century; Modern Age, its remodeling and use as a fortress in conflicts with Spain; and Contemporary Age, its performance during the Peninsular War.
An explosion in the Pounder magazine in 1732 almost completely destroyed the old medieval castle. Of these, after the bombings of 1712 and the explosion of 1732, little was intact except the North Tower. Castle is, since the 17th century, framed in very important fortifications made at that time, and still today, very complete remains are preserved. The addition, modifications, adaptations, construction of new buildings and quarters significantly changed the structure of the primitive castle. The so-called Castelejo, of quadrilateral shape, measures approximately 50 meters. Of the 6 old towers, the most important, the keep, was completely destroyed in 1732. There are only 3, and of these, only one has appreciable traces of the first construction and of the modifications of the 15th and 16th centuries, with a window in, called manual in style, whose seal and some ornaments of the gems already have the most accentuated character of the Portuguese Renaissance.
Although the cornerstones and other masonry equipment are old, the entire castle presents, in the modifications, the technique of the times where the restorations were made. None of the battlements must belong to the primitives. The door and the entrance arch, although it has a 16th century headstone, are no longer from that time. There are several buildings from the 18th century next to the walls, and in their enclosure with curious masonry works representing Portuguese weapons and various warlike attributes. On the east side, next to the wall, there are remains of an old chapel that was once the seat of the parish. Other constructions surround the walls, and the 18th century buildings that served as barracks are inhabited. Inside the castle, there is a church that was built right after the explosion of 1732, which almost completely destroyed the castle and the village. The interior of the church is very simple, with a single masonry altar.
Quando nós fizemos 40 anos, era bastante difícil.
Okay, we hope you liked it because we really enjoyed a lot doing this activity. Our last activity with this group, with this wonderful group, and in this project, that it was the first for us.
Okay, thank you, Ruth. It was great. It was a pleasure for us to work with you. So I think we are finished for today. Okay, we will see each other tomorrow morning at 10. Okay.
So see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
Je vote. Tout est fini?
Goodbye.
Ah, c'est fini? Au revoir. Oui, 13, 12, c'est fini.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. 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 Ciao, ciao. Bye, Fabien. Au revoir. Bye, Belgium. Bye, Belgium. 12 months. Bye.
Italia?
Belgium, bye.
Ciao Fabian.
Ja, tu lief nou. Italie, ciao, ciao, Italie. Attention, back.
Leonie is spelling staan?
Ja, ik was...
In de klas van Leonie is spelling.
Met drinken.